Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brett Jenks with me, and this weekend I placed 30th at Dallas Fort Worth Regionals in Texas, and I'm gonna do a deck profile for y'all. So today I played Fire Fist, and I did pretty decent. Like I said, I got 30th place. It did pretty well. It wasn't really fast enough for this format, but I still think the heavy traps did it well. But here's my deck. So, of course, I ran 3 bear because. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I don't know, that's pretty dumb not to. I ran 2 dragons because, as you'll see later on, I ran a lot of fire formations and I really like the resurrection idea. So I feel like dragon's really good for resurrecting. I ran 1 gorilla because back row, it's not really a thing in this format except for evil swarms in the mirror match. So popping back row wasn't really that good. I ran 2 Tengu because Tengu is really good, and I also run Torrential, so if I have to Torrential myself when I'm playing water, it punishes water, and I still got a monster on the field, whereas they have to stop the play. I main deck Max C, but only 2 because I feel like Max C is like really, it's too good right now because you drop a Max C, and either they take the Max C challenge and me have the nuts in my hand. If they can't get the OTK off, then it's not really worth it, especially with all these like E-Dragons and water running around. And I play 1 Zephyros because honestly, Zephyros bouncing Tinky back into your hand is really good. And another play I did with Zephyros is like with Tengu to get both Tengus out so I can make a Shockmaster in 1 turn if I really need to. That's 11 monsters. That's it's really low, but it worked. I played 3 Tinky, obviously, like I said, who wouldn't? I played 2 Tensu because, like I said, I run 2 dragons, so popping the fire formations for resurrection is a really good play. And I ran 1 Gyoku. The reason I only ran 1 is because, like I said, back row isn't really a thing that right about now. So the Gyoku was really awesome. It's like a night beam, just stops the back row from doing anything, and it's really good if they just set 1 pass turn. I ran 2 lands so my bears can get over shit so that I can actually hit people, because sometimes it's just really annoying whenever they got something on the field the bear can't get over, whereas you can set this, they'll attack into it and not even know what's coming. I got the 2 MSTs. I don't need 3. 2 worked out just fine. Just to get rid of the back row, obviously. And I run the Trinity, so that's Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. And I run a Foolish Burial. I run the Foolish so that I can get the Zephyros into the grave. And sometimes if I really need to make a dragon play to pop 2 to resurrect, then I can just Foolish Burial into like a bear or something so I can resurrect it. That's it for the spells, but now for the traps. I have 3 Phoenix Chain because let's say my opponent is exceeding a whole bunch, then I can just Phoenix Chain their exceeds and they can sit on it, and they have to sit on that exceed until I bring out a bear so I can pop and get rid of it and like freeze up the space. So it worked really awesome. 3 Phoenix Chain is just amazing this format. 2 Deep Prison because obviously who doesn't like banishing shit that's going to run you over. 2 Bottomless, it's really good, you know, it stops plays. It doesn't stop the caster, but you know, I wasn't too worried about that matchup because it's a pretty easy matchup. 2 Torrentials because this shit just punishes like fast decks. If they're just going without thinking and they leave that 1 back row thinking it's nothing, when they're about to finish up their play and they go into the last Exceed monster, you just Torrential them and they really don't know what to think. They're just kind of mad because they have no hand, no monsters. I played 2 Call the Haunted because, like I said, I run resurrection heavy Fire Fist. So Call the Haunted was just really good. Honestly, this won me several games just saying Call the Haunted in passing turn when I had nothing else to do. So definitely keep it at 2. I might bump it up to 3 eventually. And the Solemn Duo because it stops shit. Like I love the Solemns. And then 1 Tinsin and 1 Tinkin. The reason I chose one of each of these is because I do run a dragon, so why not plus myself even more if I know they got the Dark Hole in hand to set the Tinkin, or if I draw into the Tinsin or something, I can activate in damage calculation to, like I said, help my Fire Fist monsters get over shit they can't get over. That wraps it up for the main deck. The main deck's only 40 cards. It's 40 cards exactly. Now to move on to the extra deck. The extra deck, I played 2 Tiger King. Obviously, you know, he searches things out of your deck when you go into him, and he can negate monster effects on the field that are just really good. Like a Drago Sack, you can negate the Drago Sack's effect. And then I played 1 Cardinal. This is definitely the MVP. It won me in my first round. I had to play E-Dragons. He had full deck, and I got over 2 Drago Sacks at once with 1 Cardinal, and it was just awesome. And I, you know, proceeded to go in hard from there doing Fire Fish shenanigans once I had the field clear.
Okay, I got a quick question for the people that don't know. What does Card do?
Okay, Cardinal. What Cardinal does is it takes 2 level 4 Fire Fist monsters to make it. But once you make it, you can detach the 2 material and target Fire Formation or fire formation spells and traps, or fire fist monsters. 2, either or, it does not matter. It can be 2 fire fist monsters, 2 spells, or 1 of each on my field or in my graveyard. It does not matter. And then it takes 2 of my opponent's cards in their field or in their graveyard, spell or trap or monster at all, and it shuffles those back into their deck. So what I did is, like, since it's not a destruction, I would just get rid of the tokens in battle phase, make this get over 2 Drago Stacks. I shuffled 2 Drago Stacks back into the extra deck, and he really didn't know what to do at that point. Like I said, MVP, he's an awesome card. I probably wouldn't want any more than 2 because making him more than twice or making him more than once really isn't necessary, because you use him to wrap up turns to wrap up one of their big monsters so you can get it out of there. I ran 2 Abyss Dweller because there's so much water running around that if I can make him really quickly, you know, it stops them, and it's really good for game 1, honestly, because I'm not main decking Deep Fissure or Soul Drain, so he's just really good to go into. I ran 2 Mind Stroke because it gets over a lot of things. Like it gets over a lot of the Evil Swarm players, and I ended up playing a 6 Sams this weekend, which I really wasn't expecting, but I did. And Mind Stroke was awesome in 6 Sams. I actually made both of them, so he couldn't, you know, just smash me for a game with Mind Stroke, and I ended up winning that. And it did really well. I love 2 Mind Stroke. I ran 1 Black Ship of Corn because Zen Mains is a card, and it's just a good card. 1 Gemini Pearl because he gets over Ophion. 1 Papley Operative. I never brought him out, actually. I never brought him out once. I never saw his need in this format, but anyways. 1 Ouroboros. I run the Ouroboros just in case I've already used my Shockmaster. So they got 1 card in hand, and I think it's a game changer, and I can make Ouroboros. Why not make it, pitch that card, have him top decking when I got a 2700 beater on the field? 1 Daigusto Emerald, just really good. It's a baby Pot of Avarice. It's an 1800 attack. You know, just something. It's something on the field that you can shuffle in 3 and draw 1. It's really good. 1 Shockmaster. Who doesn't like Shockmaster? I was playing Evil Swarms. It won me a few games because, like, they would have 1 card in hand, and I would make Shockmaster call monster effects, and they just couldn't. They had the Crichion. They draw to the Crichion. They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't even activate the Crichion because of the Shockmaster, and it kind of made him heated a little bit. 1 Cowboy. This actually won me game 3 in 2 different rounds. Burning for a game with Cowboy. He's awesome. It's a 1-of. He's just an awesome card. And 1 Diamond Dire. The reason I run the Diamond Dire is because I do run the Call the Haunted. So if I exceed with a Tengu, I can Call the Haunted the Tengu. Diamond Dire is summon the other one from the deck. So I can minus 1 of them. I can minus them and plus myself. Or not really plus myself, but keep myself where I am. It's a really good card. That's 15 for the extra deck. And for the side deck, it's kind of weird, but I had it so I could help, you know, my side deck's a little weird, but...
Thanks to friends.
Yeah, thanks to friends. My friend Devin here, actually, he's the one, Devin and Darian actually made my side deck for me, and it worked out awesome, honestly. I ran 1 Breakthrough Skill, and at first I was kind of scared to run 1 and not 2, but I drew into this hand 1 every game that I decided this in. I don't know if it just does. I mean, I don't know if this just is real. I don't know if it just weighs out perfectly in my deck. It's pretty awesome. I ran 1 Avarice because I don't know. I would take that out and put in a another Breakthrough, honestly, probably, and 1 MST to make it 3. I ran 1 Swift Scarecrow so I don't get OTK by stupid shit. I ran 3 Deep Fissure because water. I hate water. I hate playing against water. It's the stupidest thing ever. 2 Soul Drain stops water as well as dragons, so they can't resurrect dragons from the grave. 2 Rivalry of the Warlord just to make my Evil Swarm matchup 10 times better, so it pisses them off, honestly, when you play that card. 2 Kaiku. You play Fissure and Kaiku against dragons, they don't know what to do. They just sit there, they can't banish anything to special, they have to special from their hand, they can't pitch and get any
And Prophecies too.
And Prophecies as well, because that stops Priestess. But I actually didn't play any Prophecies this weekend, which is really weird, but there was a bunch of them running around, I heard. And then 2 Valor to stop stupid shit. I sided in Valor against almost everything. But yeah, that's my deck profile. Thanks.